Now, we all know that big bureaucracies don't like changing their programs, but you'll get used to it. Surveys can do that. Here are the steps summarized. You need an orchestra leader to coordinate the many sources, the many channels, the partnerships. Someone needs to be in charge. Someone who can reach out to government, someone who can reach out to business, someone who could reach out to NGOs. You need to get them all to give up their individual messages and engage in a branded message. They can devise it themselves. You need to take this on for the long haul and over time. You need to talk about actions to take, plus how those actions cut losses and getting people who have done things to share that with people at their dinner parties. You need to take and put visible action-taking cues in sight for the public to see, and you need to evaluate and revise the program. Let me summarize it in a few words. You need to sell it the way they sell Coca-Cola. Got it? Did you ever wonder why Coca-Cola still dumps hundreds of millions down the black hole called advertising after being in business for 100 years? They know. People have thick heads and are short-sighted and can't see past the hood of their car. You need to keep it present for people. Now, postscript. I didn't cover everything. I just talked about how to motivate public readiness. I didn't talk about content and style. And I want to tell you about one thing. I'm 3 minutes over. But the last speaker got an extra half hour, so don't squirm in your chair. I need another 3 minutes. In California, we've taken this on with a vengeance. And we've taken it on with earthquakes. And we have a major effort in place to upscale public mitigation and preparedness, not for floods, but for earthquakes. Because, as you know, we're facing 2 catastrophic earthquakes, one in Southern California and one in Northern California. And our current effort along these lines has evolved into something you may have heard about called the shakeout. Have any of you heard about the shakeout? Just a few. Oh, we had 7.5 million Californians participating in an earthquake drill. Isn't that cool? The reason is we have the right person in charge. We're using information providing partnership development, and we have most of the major information providers at the same table. The state just funded its own $750,000 survey to measure with laser precision exactly everything everybody has done, every household in the state has done to prepare and mitigate for earthquakes. And we're building an ongoing campaign and have enrolled the California Emergency Management Agency, the California Seismic Safety Commission. Now wrap your mind around this. We're doing it with no money. We have one staff person whose job it is to do education and outreach, and he's taking the Tom Sawyer approach to whitewashing the fence. And he's got all the dissemination partners formed an alliance. Everybody's working together. He has one assistant. We're doing it with no money. There's enough money being spent on public education for earthquakes in California. We don't need to spend any more. We just need to organize it and orchestrate it. Now, that continuous information framework that is needed is being built around the shakeout. And it's an application framework that could be transferred to a flood information program in America. With that, I'd like to thank you for your keen attention. It pleases me no end in my 6th year of retirement to present findings from what I think is one of the best pieces of research I've ever done. Thank you for your kind attention.